Hello there, how's it there? I'm Ame Gakita. It has been quite a while since I talked about a Japanese crime case for a while. So yeah, this time around decided to give an update to two of the cases I used to cover back then in my random chat and sometimes in my night chat along the line. So anyone who know me for a previous case I used to cover, whereas a person by the name called Mai Watanabe actually scam old man for money, and the cover case that I actually put out on Random Chat 61 was that Japanese scammers sold scam menu and default old man for their money. So basically what happened is that this young lady go on a sugar date along the line, or paid dating if you guys are wondering. So basically she go around, go on a date with guys or old man, and the old man or guys give money to her for the date. And during those kind of date, this young ladies trick or scam those people out of their money, not for the dating but actually for other reason, basically saying like, oh, my factory is failing, oh, I'm working, but oh, I'm living alone, I cut tie with my family. And using sympathy or empathy or whatever you want to call it, the man will like feel like their heartstring is being touched so strongly or so gently along the line, and they decided to give the money to her to so that she can use the money to improve the work or move to a better house along the line. Instead, she did not, and she used the money for one simple reason: host club. Yes, you heard it right. She basically give it to another guy. So in a way, it is kind of like a scam along the line. And that alone is kind of one thing. But what actually got even this case called like a lot of people talking about is that it's more so that she sold the menu on how she do all these things to other young lady in Japan so that they can do the same thing as her. So yes, I come across this kind of thing before when I was in Japan, so I'm aware of this up close myself. I kind of like want to talk about this yes entirely because it's an update. So anyway, what happened is that now this whole scenario have a very simple out that the young lady, though she the court case actually want seek a 13 years prison with a 12 million Japanese yen fine. She is currently being sentenced to 9 years. As I don't think there is indication of fine, but 9 years in total for the fraudulence. So a very simple update. I know there is like a lot of things we can unpack here. And knowing me, I will talk a lot. Well, the number one thing that I'm actually kind of like saying that 9 years for her, 25 years old, she will be coming out in around 34 years old. 9 years not too long for her because by then she can be. I know some people will say that 30 years old. But the funny thing is, right, 30 plus years is in demand, maybe, who knows. But the one thing is that her life definitely did get a huge shift. I mean, like, she is regretting her decision. She know what she did is wrong, and that alone do show that she can be redeemed. There is a form of redemption in a way. The only issue is that she need to like it really took her very very long to understand what she had did wrong. And more so is that during all this situation, right, all she want is apparently based on her sentence, she want real love. But the thing is, right, if you go on a paid date, can't you kind of like stick to those guys who can pay you along the line? There are cases where I seen like girls who go after guys who actually love them back, but the host doesn't even love them back. I mean, the other person apparently by the name called Tanaka, a very common name. So the thing is, right, that the person, the host, treat her of all the money, and they knew very well, like here is right here, like they knew very well the money she got is not legit. And yet the person is like, hey, you're giving me money, why not I keep it? Dude, I guess the person is really like, they can take the money. And one of the issue I have is that in a way these guys treat the young lady even more. I mean, like, they make sure that they're gonna squeeze out every money of this young lady, instead of like ensuring like maybe just let her spend a bit on them. It's really a very very black shop that I would say. And this is one of the reasons why I'm very very careful about entering red light district when I was in Japan. I mean, my house nearby is a freaking red light district, okay? Probably that's the reason why my rental is very cheap at the time. But anyway, one of the things I need you guys to be very, very careful is that if you do go to red light district, if you want to just enter a host club or hostess club, one thing is that sometimes they may treat you for more money. And this young lady, in a way, while she is a scammer and she have to pay for her crime, if you look on another perspective, she is also a kind of a victim. Where she got tricked out of her money, unlegit. I mean, like a person can just they actually put up a freaking case where they bought a simple $10 item and tricked the young lady into paying millions, $1 million, like 1 million yen for it. It's like, what the hell? Like, oh, like it's insane. So at the end of the day, right? The shop is in they got arrested. They The only issue is that I'm hoping, like, I know it's very harsh, but I'm hoping that the host guy get way longer than 9 years. Then, because the thing is, right, in a way he is technically the mastermind. If he didn't trick the young lady into pumping a lot of money for the shop, then she won't go around scamming people for more money. It's just that because he tricked her to get more money for him, that's why she have to go around tricking more guys for money. So in a way, right, this whole ordeal is a very stupid cycle. It's not even a cycle, it's just one a proxy scheme. In a way, it's just that you don't have it just that at the end I would just say it's a freaking scam. And the guy definitely need to get a longer jail term because he's technically the mastermind. From how I look at it, is that if he didn't trick the young lady into pumping more money into him, then this won't happen that badly. It's just that because he did that, that's why in the end the young lady do get more go around treating more money. And even more so where she even saw a manual how she treat other guys. So 9 years not a lot. I mean, like, if she learn her lesson, that would be a good thing. But the only issue is that this kind of scam going around is really a questionable point at how much is that scam menu being in the market at the moment, because there may be other young lady doing the same thing as and it can be a very, very bad thing. I mean, like, it's really showcase how people would just go to the point of trying to get easy money, and it's really, really saddening. So this is really something that I don't feel I want to talk too deep into it, because the thing is, like, I actually wanted to wait for around further update about this guy who did the whole damn issue in the first place. And I wanted to know more, but I feel like it's at this time I just wanted to give a simple update about what happened to this young lady that I covered by then. I'm actually amazed I got 3K view back then. Not much now. I got around a few dislike in this video, mind you guys. But the whole issue is, right, this had been very, very long. I mean, like around 8-9 months back. It does showcase that this court case does take a long while. Like back then I covered, and then now I finally got I mean, like, I already got the update like last month. So around 7-8 months, a court case in Japan doesn't seem very fast. Also doesn't seem very late as well. I mean, considering that any other country would definitely be like, oh, 2-3 years later, then we know what's that happen. So in a way, the only issue I have is that I hope that guy who tricked this young lady initially do get more jail time. I mean, like, if, like I mentioned, I just don't feel like him trick. Like, he's the one who take the money for himself, and more so that she even admitted that she didn't live on most of the money that she scammed of other people. She used the money for the guy. So at the end of the day, right, she's still living on scrap and leftover, and that really show proof how much the other person do deserve more. But that is really one of the issue that I'm like wondering, like, what the heck is with the guy? I mean, like, guys treat this is one of the things I really kind of question, like, why do those kind of people, like, you people say, like, if there is no scammer in Japan, yeah, this has to be a good wake up call. Anyway, one last update to another case that I used to cover quite recently actually. The 23 years old man get 18 years in prison for murder of ex-girlfriend in Yokohama. Anyone remember that I actually covered the case where the person go on trial? I covered this case just last month. I mean, like, if the number is 2862, yeah, definitely not very far, right? As compared to random chat number 61. So the whole issue that I do find, like a murder case. I know a lot of media will put it as murder case whatsoever along the line, but in this case, it is he plead guilty, maybe because he plead guilty to it, and as well as that he admit he kind of like bargain with along the line so he doesn't get longer jail sentence. I mean, like, dude, at least a life sentence would be a better option at this point of time. But 18 years old, by the time this person come out, I think he'll be around 41 years old along the line, and that in its own sense is like, it's so messed up. I mean, like, 41 years old, he come out, he'll be a free man when he murdered someone. Like, dude, the loss of someone else is really questionable at this point of time. I mean, like, it's very messed up sometimes in Japan law, but yeah, there are quite other Japan murder case where people murder someone, a few years later, they after the jail, they get out, became free men, do even more worse, still go back to jail, or don't even get to jail, or even on the run along the line. Like, is it very messed up in Japan? Yes, that's how messed up it can be. But it doesn't mean that it's that bad in a way. I mean, like, as long as during this period this person do end up in jail, and if he do change for the better, that would be a good thing. I mean, like, there are cases where people really change after getting prison time, but I'm not sure though. I mean, like, a loss of a young lady at this point is a different story, you know. I mean, I can't imagine like how the friend and family of the young lady of the deaf young lady gonna feel at this point. I mean, like, it's really messed up. And also, it's like they initially wanted to sentence him for 20 years, but then they changed it for 18 years along the line. It's like, dude, in the end he got 18 years. I mean, like, it's messed up. I know some people will say like, hey, he killed a young lady, so what's the story? Well, the same story is that this young man is actually a yandere, a male version yandere, where he couldn't let anyone else have the young lady, and he doesn't like the part that the young lady broke up with her, so that he killed her, so that no one can have her. Simple? Yeah, I know some people will say that, hey, yandere girlfriend, very very good along the line. There's no such thing as a male yandere. Guess again. This is the reality that you are living in. There are there are actually male yandere. Just so in anime male yandere, there are actually quite a few hentai manga or whatever that is about male yandere. Amazingly, but the one thing that you guys have to be very very careful this whole situation is that when a person love reached to a critical point and they couldn't bear with the part that the person they love want to break up with them and they don't want other person to have them. I mean, there is even the case of a hypocrite fan of idol who go around trying to kill a young lady just because they don't want the young lady to be in love with others, or because they don't want other people to have a go at her along the line. Who knows what the story is, but yep, there is male version of Yandere. They love them to the point of craziness, and it's really insane. I mean, like, sure, there will be some people who say those are creep, but when you think about it, right, they are technically a Yandere. It's just that for this case, it's it's really sad that the young lady's gone already, and yet the person is only getting 18 years old. Like, you telling me that 18 years old is enough for? I mean, like, at least a life sentence would be with a few, like, 18 years of parole, of a parole. I may understand that, but there's really like no death sentence or no life sentence in Japan apparently at this point of time. I mean, like, he can just go around killing other people, and who knows when he became a free man, will he get in love with another person and then kill the person if the person doesn't love them back along the line? Who knows? I mean, like, this is just how messed up a person mind can be, but I don't know. It's just my speculative thought, but I'm just giving you guys an update about these two cases. I mean, like, this, I know some people will say that it's very messed up in Japan case about this kind of thing happening, but although Japan is a small country as compared to most country, but when you compare, like, and a lot of people will say like Japan have very very low crime, but when you look at the crime case and how crazy they are, it is insane, it is crazy. But what I want you guys to understand is that don't let this kind of thing cause you to be afraid to go to Japan. I live in Japan. If I can live in Japan for season and be safe, I mean, like, yeah, definitely you guys should be able to just maybe be careful of those scam or going out with on a date or whatsoever, because sometimes there can be very scary issue with those. So do your research on some of the thing on what to do and not what to do in Japan. If you learn Japanese, it will be more easier if you search out the Japanese Google and check things out, because most of the time I do check out is often more than not. You just need to be very careful. Very simple scam. Even the Japanese scam forum do show a lot of things, and just need to be very careful of those. But anyway, most of this technical a lot of my talk in this random chat is technically my speculative thought, my random chat. So if you do have your opinion, whether you agree or disagree, throw in the comment below and we can discuss it further. But if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that never follow a second trend. But there are times when I follow a second trend, but maybe yes, maybe no. But I do know is. Hope you guys have a nice day online. Bye.